When new products come up or new treatments arrive in the world of skincare, I always go to PubMed and have a look at the literature around that, the clinical trials and so on. What seems to be happening within the world of skincare and also fitness, interestingly, is that a lot of people talk about evidence-based or science-backed trials looking at various fitness or skin things all the time. Now, it's important for you, the consumer, to be able to be critical about that and think, okay, they're giving me this information that 80% of people had an improvement in this, XXY, whatever it was. Now, is that a legitimate finding? Is that a true informative thing? And the only way to really know that is if you go back and look at the data that they're presenting to you. So basically looking at the papers. So most trial data or most things that people talk about with regards to evidence should be published literature. So you can go and you can type into PubMed what you want to know, and then you can look at the data, for example, like creatine and muscle growth or polynucleotides and skin aging. So you'll see the papers there. Now, the most important part about looking at a paper, if you're not medically trained and you're not really a statistician, is to not read the abstract and conclusion. Now, you can read those, but that's not the important part of the study. The important part are the methods. So how the trial was done if you're looking at clinical trial data. So you're looking for randomized, placebo-controlled, or some kind of control, usually double-blinded, and you want to read that information because that'll tell you whether or not the trial was correctly done. And so the results are either usable or they're not really accurate. Now, that takes a little bit of practice. What I do see is that most people just read the abstract and the conclusion and they think everything's great according to that. But to really understand that, you have to go into the methods and you might find that things don't look quite right. Now, this takes practice and time, and that's why I try to do it for you so you don't have to. But please try to refrain from just reading the abstract because you're definitely not getting the whole picture.